Alright, Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakah Kodash, giving double honors to the apostles of GreatMillStone that rule impeccably well, and Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing his truth and sincerity across the four winds. Right, I just want to get into a quick video, and it's going to be focusing on, on Israel having the secrets and the mysteries from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai concerning his truth, concerning the breakdowns of these scriptures, and concerning things upon this earth, man. Through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the elect of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who form the 12 tribes of Israel, have the keys to all knowledge and understanding, man, through these scriptures, man. And I just want to use this account in the book of Daniel, the 2nd chapter, regarding Nebuchadnezzar, King Nebuchadnezzar, and his encounter with the prophet Daniel. Because I'm not gonna read the whole chapter, but I'll read a few excerpts. Where basically what happened, I'll read from I'll read from the top and I'll jump down. Right. And in the 2nd year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams, wherein his spirit was troubled and his sleep brake from him. The king commanded to call the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king. So King Nebuchadnezzar was having these dreams. He was having these spiritual dreams that were bestowed upon him through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But the thing is, with these dreams, he couldn't decode these dreams, and he didn't understand the interpretation of the dreams. So what he now had done has got the astrologers, the sorcerers, and the Chaldeans and the magicians, all them top guys that would have been in Babylon, most of them on the left-hand side, to try and break down this dream that he was having. And cut a long story short, none of those people could reveal the dream or break down the dream or give the interpretation of the dream that he was actually having, man. Right? So it came to the point where I'll skip to where Daniel comes into this. Right, I'll start at verse 14. It says, Then Daniel answered with counsel and wisdom to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, which was gone forth to slay the wise men of Babylon. He answered and said unto Arioch, the king's captain, Why is the decree so hasty from the king? Then Arioch made the thing known to Daniel. Then Daniel went in and desired of the king that he would give him time and that he would show the king the interpretation, man. Right? So only an Israelite, a man of the Lord, a prophet of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, would have the faith and the ability to do such a thing, man. Right? To save his own life. And it says, Then Daniel went in and desired of the king that the king would give him time and that he would show the king the interpretation. Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companions. Verse 18, that they would desire mercies of the power of heaven according to this secret, that Daniel and his followers should not perish with the rest of the wise men in Babylon. Right? So that, King Nebuchadnezzar, because he was so angry and wroth with the fact that no one could break down his dream, he basically seeked to slay all the wise men of Babylon, because in his head there was no wise man that could break down his dream, so none of them deserved to be alive. Then he goes on to say, then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the power of heaven. Right? So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, basically, as he was dreaming, he basically gave him the dream. He gave him the interpretation of the dream of how it should be, so he can go back and tell Nebuchadnezzar the interpretation of the dream. right? Then Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, and wisdom and might are his. And he changeth the times and the seasons, and removeth kings, and set up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding. So there's the key bit. It says, so the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, he's basically in control of everything, man, right? He changeth the times and seasons, he removeth kings, and he setteth up kings, man, right? He giveth wisdom unto the wise, right? So this knowledge that we have, this breath, right, that's been bestowed upon us, that's been given to us straight from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, right? Because it also tells you that faith is a gift in the scriptures, man. And if faith is a gift, then for you to believe in this word, that was a gift bestowed upon you through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? And knowledge to them to know understanding. So all understanding of things, you growing in the spirit, that also comes from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It's the Lord that increaseth, man, right? He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth in, man. So it's the Lord that reveals all these secret things and these deep things of the scriptures unto us so we can break it down, man, unto this day. I thank thee and praise thee, O thou power of my fathers. Or say the key thing he said, of my fathers, man, because he was an Israelite, right? So this thing hasn't been given to the heathen nations, man, right? This thing hasn't been given to the heathen nations. It hasn't been given to no other nation, because the Lord is only dealing with the 12 tribes of Israel, the elect of the 12 tribes of Israel on this side, man. It has made known unto me now we desired of thee, for thou hast now made known to us the king's matter, right? Therefore Daniel went into Arioch, whom the king had ordained to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said, he said first unto him, Destroy not the wise men of Babylon. Bring me in before the king, and I will show the king of the interpretation. So, when you read on, that's exactly what Daniel done. He showed King Nebuchadnezzar the interpretation of the dream, and then as a result, King Nebuchadnezzar had basically made him second in command in Babylon, man. He exalted him on a higher level because he realized that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai was dealing with him, and he realized that, he was on a higher level of understanding, man, and that the Lord was basically working through him. So he had to acknowledge Yahweh Hashem Yahushai by way of witnessing one of the Lord's prophets breaking down the mystery of the dream that he had in his head, man. And he knew that it couldn't be the work of any other power but Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And that's really what I want to zone in on this lesson, man, because the Lord is always going to increase his men, his prophets, man, right, with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And with that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, all things are possible. So this is Amos chapter 3 and verse 7. And it says, Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets, man. And what's that secret? That secret encompasses all the deep things of these scriptures, man. That secret is knowing that America is mystery Babylon. That secret is knowing what your nationality is, man. That secret is knowing who the other nations are, what their nationality is, man. Knowing who the Moabites are, knowing who the Hamites are. These are all secrets of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that have been revealed unto us, man. Right? We know this information now, and we're declaring it on the highways and the byways, to the point where the knowledge is so out there that Esau is now having to come out, right? And he's having to basically, show his horns, man, and turn up the pressure, because he's getting exposed on such a high level, man, because this word is going out there through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's prophets, man, through his men. Right? Now the second scripture I wanted to get was Daniel chapter 12 and verse 10. It said, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand, man. Right? Because the wicked, you know, the magicians, you know, the sorcerers, they couldn't interpret that dream, man. They couldn't interpret that dream. It wasn't possible, man. Right? Because the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is not dealing with the other nations, man. And it's simple and clear as that. The spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is not dealing with those other nations, man. That's why when Nebuchadnezzar, he called those sorcerers, those magicians, right? They couldn't break down the dream, man. Because they're on the left-hand side, man. And the Lord weren't dealing with them. So that's why they could not break down that dream. And that's why he was so frustrated and angry. You know, he seeked to put them to death, man. Right? Now, the last scripture I wanted to